Hello and welcome to the very first Fifth Design course hosted by me, Lauren, the founder and creator of the Fifth Design. The purpose of this course is to distill down the basics so that you can get up and running with resin and learn how to create the most beautiful resin art pieces, specializing in the ocean design. There's a few fundamental tips and beliefs that I have around resin that have guided me to be able to create really replicable and beautiful ocean designs. So my journey with resin began back in 2016, where I had decided to leave uni and I started to become an artist. I went to my very first market, and the night before I thought, why not make some resin pieces? I'd never done resin before. I was like, let's make some resin pieces. We'll bring them to the market and we'll see how it goes. So the first pieces I made were resin chopping boards. And as I was setting everything out, the market hadn't even opened. I think I had about 5 boards, and before it even started, they all sold. I was like, this is amazing. This is crazy. So that was the very beginning of the resin art journey. From there, it has been 9 years and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces of art that I have made since then. And through those years, there was a lot of trial and error. I spent a long time learning the medium. And as you would know, resin is quite expensive. So what I really want to do here is come to you with all the tips and tricks that I've learned so that you can bypass that learning phase and you don't have to waste thousands of dollars on mistakes and trial and errors and just things that are very avoidable, just with a few key pieces of information. So one of the most important concepts within this course that I want to teach you is the creative container. This is just something that I've thought about myself, and I found that as an artist, you want to have the space to be able to create. And when you don't have all of the information and you go into a creative process and things don't work, it really snuffs that creative flame, and sometimes it can take you weeks to actually get back into that creative flow. I know I've been there many a time. What I really want to do here is to be able to give you that container so that you have the skills, the science, the principles, so that you can enter that creative space and then have the confidence to be able to create those pieces that you've always wanted to. I like to think of art as a mix of practical science, planning, methodology, and then the creative process as well. So we're going to go into a bit of those two aspects, but on this course, really what I want to do is give you that creative container so that you can enter and you know what your pieces are going to look like, and you're going to move through all those limitations, all those hurdles, and all those things that can happen with resin, so that each time that you come in to create, you can create something that you feel really excited and proud of. With resin, there is quite a few technical things. So a big chunk of this course is going over those technical parts. We're going to go over safety around different types of resin, around how to prepare your space. I want you to keep going because that is quite heavy at the beginning, but keep pushing through. All those things, whilst they might feel a little bit overwhelming as a beginner, once you nail it, you know it, and you'll know it forever, so that you'll be able to come back in. It's just like getting that foundation, that base set up so that you can come in and then just create as much as you want. Once we move through all of the practicalities, the safety, and the foundations that you'll need, we'll then go into how to do your first pour. And I'm going to teach you the real specifics around creating ocean art. And then we're going to go through how to troubleshoot, which I would advise going through the course from start to finish and then beginning your first pour, because there is troubleshooting at the end, which would be good to know when you're starting to do your first pour. However, if you're that excited, definitely just do it along with me as well. But all in all, I am so grateful that you're here with me. This is such a surreal experience to be able to share everything that I've learned over the last 9-10 years with you. And hopefully this creates a really strong foundation for you to then create and put into your own process. So let's move on to the next video.